What's up, guys? Evan Aldo here, bringing you a late night upload this time for first time in a long time. Let's get into it. I wanted to give you an update: Bitcoin, Ethereum, the DXY, S&P 500 as well, a little bit today. First things first, please like the video if you enjoy the content, and check out my Twitch if you want to see me live, and the BITGET down below. Really good promo. Check that out. Link in description below. All right, getting into it. So, look at this right here. The 2 week, bullish div right here. A little bit of mixed signals. Red dot coming very, 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 very close into the red. And you got the, green dot. In this environment, with everything going on, with the way things look overall, I wouldn't give any of these bullish divs that are coming up. This is the elephant in the room we need to address. These rare bullish divs right here. I would not give them any credence until they confirm. Whenever they confirm, once this confirms in 4 days, okay, means more. It definitely means a lot more. Still got the LXs though. It could roll over and get a few more LXs to the bottom there as well. So you don't want to get too excited just yet. But what you want to probably get excited here is an area such as this, or I would say that this area, this is just a long accumulation phase right there. And if we get into that red, confirm into that red, which could happen really soon. I mean, very, very soon. Even in this, I'm just looking at, all we need is another little bit downward. We just need to come down to probably like 16 something, low 16s, and we'll get in the red here most likely. I mean, look at how close that is. And then confirm that in probably 2 weeks or 2 weeks about. Then that's the good DCA opportunity. How long should you DCA? Let's see. So this is going to be, that's going to be about 2 months. Wow. 2 weeks divided by 2, I believe. So 22 times 2, 44. 44 weeks. 44 weeks, excuse me. 44 weeks there. So 8 to 10 months, I would say. Around 10 months. Same type of deal here for this, just a long accumulation phase. And this is going to be like, 20 bars. So 40 weeks approximately. Something of that nature. And that's going to be your rare DCA opportunity to get in at a good price. Now, moving on just a little bit, I wanted to see where else we're working with. The other thing too, you got to worry about the 16-day a little bit. This coming down, red dot could happen, and that can make the 2 week roll over. Also, it may not confirm. Given how the S&P 500 looks, given how these things look, we could drop down before this confirms, and it could just go right away. That's why I wouldn't give it any attention until it confirms. Also, looking in terms of money flow here in your 6-day, wasn't enough to get to the bottom in 2018. It also was not enough to get into the bottom here. Not even close. You're just beginning the nightmare. You're just beginning the problem right there. So not yet. In terms of that, that's not always going to be right. We know it could go either way. But let me just tell you, it's a little bit conflicting, a little bit harder market to trade. It's similar to December of last year, obviously, also similar to how the summer was. And just to tell you, okay, so daily coming down at the VWAP. This is very rare too, what you would see on the 16 hour, the 20 hour, all these higher time frames here. VWAP usually makes up its mind and goes in one direction. It usually doesn't stay sideways for as long. This is very, very rare. I was trying to look back. I couldn't find this anywhere. Definitely hasn't happened in the past 2 years, I don't believe. And you got the green dot. I don't know. I feel like you're either going to get, if you get the pump up to, 17.6 or even higher. I think we have a spiral line at, up here too. I think that one's actually supposed to be lower. It shows up weird on this time frame for some reason, but 17.5, that area is going to be big, up to 18K, which is where your 300 weekly moving average is. What happens then? Your S&P 500 is probably going to get a little fake out and come up to like 415. I almost feel like you may have something weird happen. If you want my opinion on this, I don't think that's going to really happen though. I think we, probably hit the top here for the S&P 500 and we're just headed down. And I think this could be kind of, faking us out right now, playing with us, pretending it's going to come up when it really isn't. We also are looking at, I have also been looking at market size for SR right now. Rejected off of that there. You got the red dot now in the hourly. So I think these lower time frames could kind of give you what you're looking for right here, and I think it potentially could be what brings you down a little bit farther and makes these RSIs just continue their journey downward, just to start curving back downward. You also came down a bit from there, so I would kind of give that the main view on that. Also, the Dixie, Dixie 2-day right here, I believe. This is snake eyes and a bullish div. It doesn't come up too often, and your RSIs are split and curving up. Opposite of like how the RSIs when they're split and curving down, that's bearish. When they're split and curving up, that's going to be more bullish. So I think ultimately you could have hit, you could have hit the bottom here and you're headed upward. If we do have the fake out and we come up a little bit higher, it's going to be a little bit lower, probably like 103, something of that nature, probably just a little bit down, a little bit lower here. I mean, theoretically, maybe come even to 100. The thing that's crazy about the Dixie too, and I don't want to like take credit for this. I'm not the one who noticed this. Ben Cowan's been talking about this. Look at right where we went to in, October 81. See the same place we went to. See that line, and then right there, it did go down. Where was the low right there? 104. It did go down a tiny bit lower. A tiny bit lower. So maybe if it's exactly like this. Yeah, down to like 103, about about $1 lower than we did so far. Say you go down to 103 here, you go down just a little bit lower. That could be just enough to give a one more jump up for the S&P 500, one more jump up for Bitcoin or whatever. If you want my opinion, I don't think that's going to happen. I think we especially with the 2-day right there. I'm not going to go back to 1981 to see what the 2-day was like, but the 2-day right here, I think most likely you're headed upward. That's confirmed in a day and 20 hours though. So we'll see. But bottom line, pretty weird, pretty sideways. Normally the market's a little bit easier to read than this. It wasn't like this. It wasn't as conflicting like this until before, or the last time it was like this was probably in June of this year, last June. So not very often at all. Looking at let me look at my Bitcoin chart or my Ethereum chart right here. Same type of deal. I'm not gonna spend too much time on this, but I mean, same type of deal here. It's either gonna have that that jump up, maybe that spider line, 13.4 or something, right here, 13.20, these areas right there, and then money flow coming out, VWAP coming out. This is gonna be more bearish on that 2-day, especially in bear markets. Once these come down, that could be the catalyst down to, a rough, why are all my lines are not, going the way they should be. Let me go on logarithmic. Oh, okay. That's interesting because we're down. I used to not only look at the logarithmic ones on ETH, but now it's a little bit different. We're down far enough. But yeah, and then that's coming down there. And then, yeah, a lot of it's just the same. The same type of, maybe just compare log with, that is interesting because this would be kind of the area that we could potentially pump up to. So we'll see what happens here. Trades right now are not, too big. My gut instinct is that, based on, what I'm looking at, that I think we, continue downward. We already hit our, local high here. We can continue downward, but obviously green dots and high time frames here. Rare bullish signs, not confirmed yet, would be the catalyst to come up higher if we do end up coming higher. But I don't know. I think, in terms of ETH2, just looking at these high time frames, red dot grid just keeps, doing that. And then I think money flow's got to come down maybe a little bit more here to really see, especially on the 12-day. I know last time, that wasn't really the case, I don't believe. Bottomed out higher there, but I feel like since you're so close to the zero line, you know what I mean? Kind of like here, you got to have that leg down, and that's another case, that you can make that we're going to come down for, when was this? July all the way until, like 6 months of downward action. It's possible. That's where it would kind of follow the S&P 500 more. And it would be something like this to bottom in some of these times, and it would take longer. My gut instinct tells me it's not going to take that long, and it's going to be a little bit more exciting than that. That would be just a boring bleed for 6 months. That would get a lot of people really bored with the market. I don't think that'll happen. I think it's going to happen quicker. We could get a capitulation quicker just based on historical data here. But we will absolutely have to see. Hope you guys enjoyed this analysis. Please like the videos. Please subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out my BITGET link below. Really good promo going on right now, so check that out. Also, please follow my Twitch so you can see me live on the live streams, get the notification for that. Also, check out my course down below, link in the description below with the discount code down below as well. All right, guys, hope you have a good night. Goodbye.